Hey guys, Dave Gandarillas here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are not a subscriber, consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the notification button so you can get alerted when a new video comes out. I try to do one every day, but depending on if there's new information or if it's nothing really new to say, I'm kind of shying away from just making videos just to make videos. I'd rather make videos that have the content when necessary. So just consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'll show you real quick how to do that, just in case you don't know how. Let's see. Let's go to here. So
this
is just one of my channels that I follow. So if you click on here, you can subscribe. So I'm already subscribed. I think I am. Oh, maybe I wasn't. Alright, so I just subscribed, and right here you click on the little bell, and then that's how you get the alerts that a new video came out. So that's all you do. When you come to my channel, you look underneath, and you'll see that button. So click on that subscribe button and click on that little bell, and then you'll be alerted in an email that that a new video has come out. Alright, so please consider doing that. I'm going to give away some crypto when we hit 1,500 subscribers. I'm approaching 1,100, so we got about 400 more to go before we'll do another giveaway. As you can also see here, I'm on Facebook. I'm on other social media sites as well. This is my blog right here, if you decide to want to take a look at that. And then here's my YouTube channel right on my Facebook page in case you ever want to get to my YouTube channel. Another way to see what I'm up to if you're on my Facebook page is to click on my banner here. If you click here, it's going to take you to the description, and in this description I have a bit.ly shortened link that links you right to my portfolio. So if you click on that link, you'll get shot over to here, and now you can see everything I'm up to. So this is a paid site that I pay 10 bucks a month, and it allows you to put all your information here, let people kind of know who you are, let them know how they can contact you, and kind of just, you know, Make sure you put an income disclaimer, because no matter what we're saying here, you know, we can't guarantee what you're going to do. We can't guarantee what skill set you have. All we can do is share information, give you some guidance, give you kind of like a roadmap on what you need to do to kind of get to the next level, depending on where you are. Again, I don't even know where you are. You might be a new person. You might be a seasoned marketeer. So, depending on where you are, you got to figure out what else you have to do to get to that next level. Everyone has room to grow. You'll never stop growing, and the minute you think that you know it all is the minute you're going to fail. So always be a student when you need to be a student. Be a teacher and be a leader when you need to be a teacher and when you need to be a leader. But just always be humble and realize that you don't know everything, and there's always someone else out there that might be able to share a nugget of information that might allow you to take your business to the next level. So today, I wanted to kind of just really quickly talk about CoinMD. We have a promotion going on to the 4th of July. If you get started as a free member and put in your KYC and start sharing with others, you can actually earn $50 of CoinMD for each person that signs up with you and enters their KYC. So this is a free way for you to generate some coins to possibly come up with enough to allow you to buy a membership. So you should consider checking this out. We have numerous phone calls on a weekly basis. We have webinars. We have taped webinars. We tape all our webinars. We have a Facebook group. We have a Telegram group. We have a bunch of support. So not only should you try this out for free, check it out, see what it's all about. Realize that we have a membership exchange. And now you could buy, sell, and hold depending on, you know, your membership level. And you should just consider checking out the use case and the product and service that this company is providing. It's a membership organization that allows you to grow a portfolio, like a wealth portfolio, along with your being healthy. So it's kind of a mixture of both, and they have products and services for both. It's an Amazon marketplace where you can go and get medical services done and actually pay with cryptocurrency. So this is like one of the first, cryptocurrencies that are actually using it in the real world as opposed to just kind of coming up on ICO coin and stuff. This is actually being used. You have a marketplace. There's products and service being bought and sold, and allowing people to pay on the exchange with on the marketplace with cryptocurrencies. So take advantage of that. Take a look at that, and check it out for 30 days. There's no payments required. You can check it out, see if it's for you. And if you're really motivated and you want to start generating some coins, then you can start sharing it with people, even at the free level, and start earning for each person that actually signs up and enters their KYC and gets approved. You go earn $50. So it's a nice way to kind of get you started, get you in the mix, and get you, sharing it with others before you even have to put any money out of pocket. All right, so without diving into each one of these, this is basically my portfolio. Basically, you come here, you can kind of take a look at everything I'm up to, decide which opportunity is most interesting to you. Like you gotta like what you're gonna do. You gotta like the ideas behind it. Each thing has a different product and service, and you gotta if you really want to take your revenues and your incomes. Some of these, like for example, Future Ad Pro, you could actually join and start making money without building any kind of team, right? So every time you buy an ad pack, you make $10. Buy an ad pack, you make $10. Buy an ad pack, you make $10. You just repeat that over and over, and you're going to start generating yourself a residual income on a monthly, weekly, whatever your time basis of wanting to take money out. You can figure out how much you'll make in a month and take that much, take some money out. Or you can just let it grow and put it back to work with you. And it's going to be one of my topics I'm going to talk about today, of using time and money leverage to create more wealth for yourself. So check that out. Just kind of come here and just take a look at all these, because I really can't talk about all of these, because otherwise it would take up the whole time for the video, and I don't want to do that when you could just come here and take a look for yourself. Contact me if you're interested. Sign up, get started, send me your referral link. I'll add you to the team rotators for each one of these opportunities. And for example, like, one of the advertising platforms, Future Ad Pro, I put together links and I share the team rotator links on the internet. And when people click on my banners or my advertising, random link of one of my teammates will pop up. And if the person's interested in the opportunity and wants to get started, he may get started with you. So there's a chance for you to earn some commissions from the advertising efforts and marketing efforts that I'm doing for all my teams. All right, so just keep that in mind. Once you get started, send me your referral link. And without any more talking here, I guess before we get into the content, I did want to just kind of retouch on the Bitcoin chart that we've been looking at over the last couple of videos. Now, if you remember correctly, I was kind of suggesting that this would probably be a good buy zone if you're interested in getting involved with a trade. So as you can see, I mean, the five wave down is kind of holding, and now we're trucking upward. Now we still have, some key points to break through. We got to break through to 6,800, but we're getting very close to it. I mean, we've breached, that number a couple times already, right? It's just getting a lot of resistance, and that's because of this other floor that was created on the bottom here. So a floor becomes upward resistance, and an upward resistance becomes a floor once you break through it. So once we break through this, chances are we'll go up and we'll probably hit this other resistance line, and then we'll probably come back down. And as long as the price comes down and touches this but stays on top of it, now this becomes a new floor. So then there's another chance for it to turn around again and move upward again. So there's a lot of videos out there, a lot of people making videos on bull and bear situations, and you always got to keep an open mind for that. But personally, unfortunately, I'm biased, so I don't tend to look for the bearish chart analysis too much. I just kind of stick with where I think maybe a good buying opportunity is. Like right here, you could have got in at 61, and you could have got out at 68. So that's a good 10% on your, you put out. If you do, if you would have bought here, right, and you would have got out somewhere over here, and you would have put your stop loss somewhere below here. Oh, it's like a 12% trade that you could have had. So that's not bad for a couple days, right? I mean, that's 3 or 4 days. And you know, if you're a trader, you got to decide what kind of trader are you. Are you a long-term holder? Did you buy in here and it went up and it came down and you're still holding and you're waiting for the longer term? Are you doing a monthly, weekly, daily, hourly, minutes? You got to kind of come up with a personality. What personality are you? You know, when you're trading the short-term minutes and stuff, you're going to find yourself in front of the computer a lot and just sitting and you know, waiting for those moments. And that's going to take a lot of your time. So if you have a lot of time to spend, then you could do that kind of trading. If you only have, maybe you want to look at it once or twice a day, then maybe you're a day trader, maybe a swing trader. You know, you're looking for these moments where it hits a resistance down here, and now you just buy it down here, and then you set a limit to sell somewhere up here, and you just kind of wait it out. It could take a day, couple days, whatever it may be, but you don't have to worry about it on a minute-to-minute basis. And if you use a charting system like this, I made another video, you can set up alerts. So like right now I have an alert set for 7,800, which is a key resistance level that I want to be notified when if and when it hits it, or if it actually breaks through. And also down here, there's other resistance lines that are not so, you know, heavy line wise, but these purple lines are other lines of interest for me that I could very easily, if I right click here, add an alert, I can do crossing down, create. And now it's going to put a little time clock there. You see the little clock? Now if the price happens to come down here, then I'll get an alert through a text message and or email or whatever method you decide to set up. So there's a way that you can actually, like, you know, if you want to buy in this zone and the price is up here, you can move this so that, like, okay, so if you want to break the difference in the middle, maybe you set the target there, so when the price gets close to there, then it'll send you a text message, hey, you know, it hit that price, maybe now it's time for you to come in and buy. So it just gives you a way to get away from the computer screen and not have to sit on the trading charts all day if that's not what you want to do. Alright, so that's all I'm going to say here. It looks like it's holding. This is a low, it's holding. But we do have to break through like 68, 7,000. Those are some key points where we got to kind of psychologically get through that to really see the change in trend. And I don't really see a change in trend. So this is a high, a lower. I'm sorry, a high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. So we have to break out of this. We can't get a lower high. So we have to get above this number 4, which turns out to be the 4th Elliott wave. We have to get above here to break the trend. So once we break through the 7,800, then there's no more lower highs. We've broken that trend. So we may be at, once we break this, we might be setting ourselves up for an upward trend. Alright, so that's kind of what you got to think about. This wasn't really meant to be a trading video, so that's really all I'm going to talk about that for now. But just, you know, get used to doing the technical analysis, learn about Elliott waves, Fibonacci retracements, Fibonacci extensions, resistance and floor, resistance lines and floors, RSI, volume, all those things are all important. There's other ones actually. There's Bollinger Bands. You know, every time it kind of breaches a Bollinger Band, the deeper it goes, the bigger it swings out. So like right here, it hit here, boom, it swung out and went to the median. So right now, if you would have bought here, your possible target is the median. And look where the median is ending up being, right at the 7,800, which is a very key point. So we could probably kind of see us getting to that level. And it wants to gravitate towards the center median. The price action typically tries to stay in this median line. So this is a good tool. The Bollinger Bands or deviations, you know, the deeper the breach, the bigger the swing, typically upward. And you got to kind of lay that over the RSI, and then also, you know, seeing if there's some volume. When you see a big bar like this, positive bar, and it's in this area, then that's kind of showing some upward momentum, right? All right, so that's it for that. Let me leave there. Let me leave that. I can close that. So follow me on Facebook if you want to become a friend, or as you can see up here, I'm on other platforms. This is a cryptocurrency-based platform. not like Facebook. It doesn't limit how many people you have. It doesn't filter out content because it decides it's not right for people. So it's a good way to get involved with the crypto-focused mindset of people. Twitter, FutureNet. FutureNet also has a social media platform like Facebook that you can join for free. You can get involved with the matrices and or the Future Ad Pro, which is the buy the ad pack, make $10, buy the ad pack, make $10. And then also they have a coin, Futuro coin, where you can actually buy mining contracts to mine the coin. And just like any other mining platform, it allows you to build up a portfolio of the FutureNet coin. And then of course Instagram and my blog. All right, so really I'm just gonna step back here and kind of talk to you about a couple things. So I've been asked a couple times from people that follow me and join some of my opportunities on how to become a successful leader and how to become successful online. So there's a lot to be said for that. It's not a simple answer. It's not a one-word answer. It's not one sentence answer. It's a not one video answer. So all I'm going to do today is kind of talk about some high-level things that you should take notes and maybe try to work on. Pick one and just kind of work on the one at a time. Don't get overwhelmed with trying to do everything at one time. There's going to be a lot of content that I'm going to share in this video. So certainly come back to the video and watch it again when you master one of the things I say. And you're never really going to master any of the things I'm going to say. You're just going to get better at it. And you should always look to improve yourself on all these areas and always look to learn something new, see what's new out there, be agile, follow the right people, and all those kind of things. So one of the first things you need to do is work on your mindset. Mindset is very important because even though you don't realize it, your brain is speaking to you subconsciously and it's telling you things. It's trying to keep you in your comfort zone. And if you notice, anytime you're doing something new or out of the ordinary, you feel stress and you feel kind of like overwhelmed a little bit. And that's just your subconscious trying to keep you in, safe, so that you don't have to like feel pain and feel struggle and get anxiety over maybe not being able to do something as well as you want to do. But what you got to do is you got to push through that. You got to get yourself uncomfortable. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep practicing. It's just like anything. Like you go to the gym and you start lifting weights. You're not going to be strong in one time going to the gym. You got to do it over and over, and you got to come up with a standard schedule, and you got to just keep doing it. And even though you don't want to do it, you got to go back and you got to do it, and you got to force yourself to do it. And you just got to take it slow. You don't want it to be very painful where you don't want to do it. The minute, most people fail in the gym because they go and they try and do P90X from not doing a day of the gym in their life. Next thing you know, they're going to do P90X or something. So you got to take it slow. You got to go on your journey. Everyone's going on a journey from being a new person to being a seasoned person. And there's no shortcuts. You might get lucky. You might make some money very quick, and you might have really good success. But when that opportunity dies down, or that burst of just being in the right place in the right time settles down, you're not going to have any skill set if you didn't work on your skill set to base your future success on. So anytime you learn something new, no one can take that away from you. So in terms of your mindset, you got to put yourself around positive-minded people. Not that we're in a cult and we're drinking the Kool-Aid or any of that kind of stuff, but no matter what situation you're in, you can always find something positive from it. Or you could take away something you learned, something that you learned in the bad way that you could turn and make it positive so that you can either share it with somebody else so that someone else doesn't do it, or it made you a different person. You grew as a person. And anytime you fail at something or you do something wrong is the moments you actually grow, because you're learning something. And as long as you're learning from your mistakes and you're changing whatever mistake you did, and you don't continue doing the same mistake over and over, you've succeeded. You've had success. So don't ever dismay the progress you're making, even if the progress involves some failures. All right. So what you got to try and do is minimize your failures and maximize your, your progress. And you do that by finding the mentors, finding the people online, finding people that have what you want, people that know what they're doing. You got to follow those people. You're not going to want to follow the people that don't have what you don't want, right? So, nothing personal to your friends, nothing personal to anyone, but you don't want to take advice from broke people. You don't want to take advice from people that don't have what you want, because their mindset is not there. They haven't grown to the levels of where you're looking to go. You want to go upward. You want to color, so to speak. You want to color up, not down. So you want to take away knowledge and follow people that have what you want, either whatever that might be. It might be money, it might be success, it might be house, your family life. It might be whatever it might be that you're looking to gain. It doesn't necessarily have to be an online business, but in life in general, if you want something and you see somebody else that has it, you want to follow those people. You don't want to follow, for example, the people that just work 9 to 5 and then go to the bar from 5 to 10, or just go home and sit and watch TV, watch the news, which is all negative. You don't want that. You got to get away from sitting around watching TV thinking that you're going to have some kind of success by just coming home and doing nothing. Your day starts when you leave work. If you're currently an employee, your 9 to 5 is not going to make you rich. Your 9 to 5 is making someone else rich. And the only way you're going to get out of that is you got to get out of your employee mentality. So typically we're ingrained of working and getting paid hourly and then going home. And what do we all do typically? Nothing, right? That's it. And then we just dread going to bed and waking up tomorrow and going back to the same thing that we don't like to do. I guarantee you it's 90 or 85 or some high number that people do not really enjoy the job they're doing. They're doing it either to pay the bills because there's no other options for them or whatever. And you don't want to have that. You don't want to live a life that you're regretting every single moment of your life. You want to create a life that's going to be inspiring, you're going to be passionate about, and you find something that you really want to do. And then, like a common saying, when you find what you do and you love what you do, it's not really work. And you'll find yourself not looking to, the goal typically is to make more money, work less hours, and do less. But when you find what you do and you're really passionate about it and you really like it, you're going to find that you may even be working more than you work right now in your job because you like it so much. So that's a goal that you should, find out why you want to do it. Is it time, freedom, money, whatever it may be? Remember that. Put something on the wall so that you can always remember that. In the times that you find yourself not wanting to do it, you're too tired to do it, you're finding excuses to do it, you're procrastinating and you don't want to do it, have something that's going to shock you out of it and remind you like why you're even doing this. Because a lot of times we end up working and living our day in zombie land, right? We don't need. You look around, like half the people are embedded on their phones and don't even know you're standing next to them. We're just like in la la land. So you got to break out of that. So again, let me just kind of look at my notes here because I don't want to waste a lot of time. So one of the things you'll also note if you're brand new and you're getting started in network marketing, online marketing, one of those things, they're going to tell you to create a list. And they're going to say, list your friends and family and everybody you know on your list and go and talk to them. And that's great. They're trying to give you the confidence because chances are you're going to get lucky. Someone in your family or someone you know is going to be open to hear what you're talking about, and they're going to trust you, and they're probably going to get started with you. And they're hoping that you're going to build the confidence to go the next level where you're creating videos like this, you're making online content, you're making posts that are going to attract people that maybe you don't know. You're putting posts in Facebook groups, you're putting posts on FutureNet groups. You're going out and you're putting stuff on Twitter. Those are the people that you're going to attract are people that you don't know yet. Those are the people that are going to be some of your top leaders in your organization or people that you're going to link arms with. I'm not saying that friends and family are not going to be possibly a good teammate for you, but they're going to end up causing more. You're going to feel like you're going to be dragging them down the street. You're going to be forcing them into your opportunity. You're going to like, oh, you know, you got to do this. You got to do this. You don't want to do that. You just want to put yourself out there, let everybody know what you're doing. The people that are looking for something are going to follow you and find you, and they're going to contact you. You don't need to drag anyone down the street. There's billions of people out there. And, you know, you don't have to worry about that one or two people that, you know, you think you need because they're the best person that's going to be on your team and this and that. You got to get out of that scarcity mindset. You want to have more leads than you have time, and you do that by generating online content. And that's going to be one of my focuses on my next video. I'm going to talk to you about how to do that, some ideas on how to generate leads and how to make curious posts. I'm sorry, my throat is a little dry and I don't have a cup of water here today. So yeah, that's going to be a follow-on video where I'm going to talk about social media and different ways you can create curiosity to get people to click on your link and ask for more information about your opportunity. So I was talking about, so there's a saying that you're the average of the 5 people you hang around with. So most likely you're not going to have millionaires. Hold on. I got to pause this for a second. All right, sorry about that. I had to get some water for my throat. My throat was itching. So that, like I said, there's a saying that says that you're going to be the average of the 5 people you hang around with. Now, you're not necessarily going to find 5 millionaires or 5 people physically near you that you're going to be able to hang out with, but you can extend that to the virtual online world where you can follow 5 people that you've found on various social media sites or you heard about from other people, or maybe you saw a video from them. And some of the people that I follow, you know, let me just give you some examples. So one of the guys is Eric Worre. All right, so this guy puts out videos all the time. He's actually having more of a presence on Facebook lately. He's been putting out videos on Facebook, but he has a so he has various things. So right here, look. So you type in Eric Worre and you hit space, you can see all the different things he's offering. Like he talks about closing a sale. Texting, you know, phone texting is a big way of talking to people now. The GoPro audiobook, you can actually listen to his audiobook, it looks like. Yeah, his entire audiobook is on YouTube. So you could listen to his, you don't even have to buy it. You can come here and just listen to his audiobook. And then there's another one, The Rise of the Entrepreneur. This is a video that you should really consider watching. It really talks about, you know, you got to find one that's the full length, or at least, you know, parts of it. It used to be here. There it goes, full movie. So yeah, it's about an hour long. You can here. Let's see. I'll just show you.
Accelerate. The world is changing faster today. Second, in this new economy, is it better to become an entrepreneur, or is it safer to work for someone else? And third,
so if you really watch this video, it'll inspire you every time you feel doubt or you get dismayed on, you don't think you're succeeding, you're not moving fast enough, or whatever it may be. Come back here and watch this video. This is a good video, and follow him. He's on Twitter. He's on all the social media sites. Another guy that I follow, Les Brown. So he has a lot of content online. He's been through a lot. When you actually listen to his story, he's overcome cancer, and he's just such an inspiring motivational speaker. if you're on my Facebook group, if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, you'll see that I actually post a lot. I repost some of his posts that he's had in the past on my wall, giving him credit because it's very inspiring what he has to say. Let's see who else. Who else do I have listed here? Well, the next two are going to be. It's going to depend on your personality. Grant is a straight shooter. He's a no holds bar. He says it how it is. People like him. Some people like him. Some people hate him. But he has the success, and he tells you basically, the problem we have is we think too small. If you're gonna work hard anyway, why not aim bigger and work just as hard? And like, for example, if your goal was to make $1,000 a month, he says you should aim for 10,000. And basically, he's trying to say is, even if you don't get to 10,000, he could almost guarantee you're going to make more than the 1,000 that you thought you wanted. You're going to make up 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, whatever it may be. You'll actually do better than you initially thought by trying to aim harder and work harder for more. So you may miss your 10,000 a month or whatever it may be, but you'll still do better than what you really thought you wanted. So you always have to try and put that really aggressive goal out there on paper of what you want to do and just kind of push for it. And I think there's another guy, Tony V. Oh no, Gary V. So this is another guy that I came across. He, just FYI, when you hear him talk, he's gonna he doesn't hold back on his vocabulary. So some people might get offended on that, but you know what? Get over it. He has some good things to say. He's freaking. You could feel the passion in his speech when he talks. Okay, let's try this. All right, this is an advertisement, so right after this.
I think so many people are keyboard activists, right? Everybody's good at sending a tweet about how the world should be, and nobody's doing anything about it, and that is just very much human nature. We've gotten soft as a culture. Yes. Of course we've gotten soft as a culture in the U.S. Because...
So anyway, this is another guy you should think about following. He has a lot of nice, good things to say. And, millennials and procrastination. So, again, like I said, some people love him, some people hate him. It's just one of the guys I follow. And try to take away... You don't have to take everything they're saying and run with it. You just want to take a little bit of Eric Worre, a little bit of Les Simon, a little bit of Gary Vee, a little bit of Grant Cardone, and mold what you want. You have to create your identity. So that moves into the next area. Like, again, going back to the social media stuff. You have to brand yourself. You have to come up with your identity online and what you stand for, what your goals are, what your focus is. You can't be everywhere. You gotta focus in on one area. So like for me, if I were to say like one thing that I'm really, really passionate about is cryptocurrencies. So no matter what are the opportunities I'm involved in, they're all involved with cryptocurrency in one way or another, right? So that's kind of like where I am. And then the other thing is to kind of instill in everybody that you do have the power to create your own future. You don't have to settle for anything you don't want to settle for. That's what happens when we grow up from being a kid. As a kid, you dream and you have open, you're not locked down to what society tells you have to be or what people say you can't have and all those kind of things. Those are all naysayers, and that goes back to mindset. You want to, unfortunately, if you have negative people in your life, you don't need to be mean to them. You don't need to do anything, but you should find yourself shying away from them and spending less time with them and finding other people that are more positive and more in line and congruent to where you want to be and what your thoughts and things are. Because you never want to, like, even when you get people involved with your opportunities, you don't want that person that you're getting involved with that's going to just drain you, right? Like you have these people that you talk, and by the time you're done talking to them, you're just drained. You're just so tired. It should be inspiring when you talk to somebody. It should be inspiring when you're hanging out with your friends and colleagues and business partners. It shouldn't be a drain on you. It should be inspiring to motivate you to do more, not to what the woes of the world are. And we all have our personal problems, right? We all have things going on in life, but you get nowhere by dwelling on the negative. You got to roll with it. You got to realize it's life, and you got to kind of push yourself to move forward, and just realize that you don't need to be stuck in whatever situation you're in, and the only person that's going to get you unstuck is you. And going back to even joining an opportunity, so many people join an opportunity and they don't make any money, then they call the opportunity a scam. And that's because they're trying to blame somebody else for their shortfalls. If someone else is making money in the opportunity that you joined and you're not making money, I'm almost 99% sure that it's because you don't have the skill set, you haven't developed yourself, you haven't done the time, you haven't done the effort to grow to the person you need to be to attract the people to your team to allow you to get those teammates to join you and to follow you and have that following. So don't go and say something is a scam. Look inward first and realize that you probably have not done what you need to do to succeed. And don't take that personal. That's 80%, 90% of the world, right? So the reason why people online make as much money as they make are because we're that 10%, that 5% that are going to do what others won't, to get what we want. So that's why there's so much money to be made for those that actually see it and seize the moment and what they say, carpe diem, and know that you're in the right place and the right time, and you're going to just do whatever it takes to get it. When you listen to this Gary Vee, he is obsessed. He is so obsessed, which is good because he loves it. He wants to do it. He wants to succeed, and that's what makes him successful. All right, let's see what else we got to say here real quick. All right, so another common thing to remember is don't just spam your link to random people. People are not going to just click on your link and join you and be on your team just because you sent them the link. You got to break the ice. You got to know. You got to become friends with them. Get them to know you in some way or another, and you do that by social media posting, your identity online. You do videos like this. You put content out so people get to know who you are. That they're going to buy from people they know, like, and trust. If you don't get their trust and they don't like who you are, they're not going to buy from you. So people approach it the wrong way. They think that they're just going to send out a link to somebody, and all of a sudden this random person's just going to join them. And anyone that's seasoned, anyone that's a leader, anyone that's been in the business does not just click on a link and join somebody. They have their network of influence. They have their network of people, their mastermind partners, and all the people that they do business with. They have built a relationship with them, either virtually or in person if they happen to live near them. And they know, like, and trust them. Those are going to be the people you're going to associate with. And those are the people that they're going to share information with you, and you're possibly going to join their opportunity, or maybe they're going to join your opportunity. You guys work together, you guys have opportunities with each other, or maybe in fact at one point you guys will make your own opportunity, and then you'll be the owners of that opportunity. So that's how the philosophy goes. You got to kind of pick the people you're going to associate with, because your identity and who you are is more important than the opportunity that you're sharing. And when you get the people that are going to be loyal to you and they're going to trust you, and you know what? Shit happens. There's opportunities that we all think that are good that turns out to be bad. Either the business plan wasn't solid, something went wrong. There's things outside our control as leaders that unless we're the owner of the opportunity, we only could do what we know and what we what we feel is right, and get involved with things that we really believe in. And what you're doing when you join that leader is you have trust in them that they've done due diligence in the opportunity, and they wouldn't be involved with this opportunity if it wasn't something that they believed in. But with that said, even though we're saying this opportunity is great and all this kind of stuff, or this, Bitcoin, you should buy Bitcoin here, or whatever it may be, you still need to do your own homework. You still need to do your own research. The only thing you're doing is you're getting the first cut of whatever it might be from somebody that you know, like, and trust, but it's still up to you to make sure that you truly have all the answers you need and you understand what it's about before you get involved. So it's still, you have to get away from depending on others for everything and be self-dependent, self-resourceful, self-motivated to make sure you're doing the right thing. So, let's see. Another thing is, don't just look for the recruits and the commissions and just, sign people up and forget about them. They're going to leave you right away. I mean, they may join you with one opportunity, maybe they'll fail, or maybe it doesn't work out, or whatever. Next time, they're not going to join you again because they're not going to believe in you, and they're not going to see that you really truly have their best interests for them. They're going to think that you're just what do they call that? A drive-by commission junkie. Commission junkies, that's what they call them. They're just on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. And when you try to reach out to them, they're unreachable. They don't want nothing to do with you unless you're a leader and you're making millions of dollars for them. They want nothing to do with you. Those aren't the people you want to get involved in. And yes, there are going to be people on your team that are going to just want everything handed to them, and you got to draw the line and you got to tell them, listen, you got to work for yourself. You got to do certain things before I give you my time. It's the 80-20 rule, right? 80% of the people are going to do nothing, and 20% of the people that you have join you are going to work hard. And then out of that 20%, at some point, 80% are going to do nothing, and then you're going to have a 20% of the 20%. So you're going to window down, and you're going to find that out of those 100 people that you got 20, you're going to find 1, 2, or 3 leaders that are really going to be the people that you're going to work with. So it's a numbers game. They do say that. It's a numbers game, and you don't want to be a junkie just moving on to the next, but you want to you got to treat yourself right by knowing your worth and giving people that you feel have done their side of the negotiation and the commitment on the business. You give them the time once they show you that they're serious, because there's going to be a lot of people looking for handouts, free this, free that, blah, blah, blah. They're just wrong mindset. You don't even want nothing to do with them. I'm sorry, move on, it's not for you. I actually turn people away. And if I feel that you're not, someone that's going to work and really, all you're going to do is give me problems, say that you did this, you didn't do that, you promised me this, you didn't do that. If that's your type of person, I don't even want you on my team. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, there's enough people that are looking to be part of the organizations that you don't need to have everybody join you. You want to have quality over quantity, and when people are ripe and they're ready to join you, they'll find you. And until then, you got to let them be. You don't have to be mean to them, but let them be, because they haven't grown to be the level that they need to be to be successful. And hopefully they're watching your videos and they're following you and they're taking your tips on what they need to do to learn. And when they're ready, either they'll come back to you or you'll start seeing them and you'll start seeing the success they're having, and that's great. Yeah, again, you got to focus on giving value to others. This is the free market, and the free market's going to pay you when the people that are in the market see the value and the service that you're giving them. If you're not giving, you're not going to receive. The network marketing, online marketing, all that kind of stuff, all these kind of businesses online is the only businesses that you're going to get paid by how much you help others and assist others to succeed. The more they succeed, the more you're going to succeed. So that's why you have to be a giving person. You have to be a person of service to provide that service and the guidance to other people that may not know as much as you. You kind of take for granted wherever you are. If you're a brand new person or you're a seasoned person, you sometimes take for granted how much you really do know. And even though you think you know nothing, you still know more than somebody else. And as long as you're helping people that know less than you, you're providing a service. And in return, you got to find the people that know more than you, and you got to be open to be coached by the people that know more than you. So you got to be a teacher and you got to be a student. You got to be a teacher, you got to be a student, and you're going to go up and down, back and forth. You're going to be students, you're going to be a teacher. You learn something new, then you teach. You learn something new, then you teach. And then teach. You learn something new, and then you learn something new, then you teach. What is it? Learn, do, teach, or something like that. There's a cycle that you should go through, and anytime you know something new, this is not the time to hold stuff in. This is a time to share with your team and to share with others, because the more you enable others to succeed, like I said, if they're on your team, you're going to succeed, right? So if they're able to build a team on your team is going to grow from the efforts of those people. And that gets into my next topic that I'm just going to talk about briefly. All these things I'm talking about today, we're going to have videos that are going to come out in more detail about each area. But I just wanted to kind of give you a summary of like kind of a high-level roadmap, which, again, is so much information I'm saying. You're going to have to rewind this. You're going to have to watch it again. But I'm gonna finish off on this. Let me think. What was I going to say? Oh, you got to learn about leverage. So there's time leverage, there's money leverage, and people leverage, right? So I have a blog post on my blog that talks about residual income compared to normal income. And basically, it compares the working 9 to 5 compared to doing an online marketing where you're going to have an organization that's going to grow. If it's a binary organization, there's various compensation plans. But you're going to start out, and your organization is going to be small. And when you start bringing in those leaders and you start growing your organization, sooner or later, it's going to grow, and it's going to grow, and it's going to grow, and it's going to be the power of 2 if it's binary, right? 2 to the 2 to the 2 to the 2, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to put up a lot of effort in front to get that organization in place, but then later that organization's going to kind of do most of the hard work. Now, I'm not saying you're going to go and sit back and not do any kind of work. You're always going to be working, and hopefully you're passionate about what you're doing, so you don't even consider it as something that you don't want to do. You're going to just do it because you love it so much. But over time, you're going to end up making so much more money because you've leveraged your time, your efforts, and your team has grown. So now the money is going to be like, you're going to make more and more money. When in most of the compensation plans, there's no ceiling. So basically, you're going to get paid for what you're worth. So that's the key. And the only way you increase your worth is growing as a person and providing that service to others so that they can grow as people and they can grow and get the skill sets that they require to be able to be an online marketer, creating market content, social media posts, creating their Facebook profile and their page to be business oriented. So those are the things you don't want to have. You want to put your face out there. If you notice on my Facebook, I have a picture of me. This is a way for people to connect with me. And you don't want to have like an animation or some nonsense or just a gray square with nobody. If I actually get a friend request that has just a gray square and nothing, I don't accept the friend request. I'm sorry, but if you can't show me who you are and what you're doing, or at least put something here, then you show me that you don't have a commitment to making your social media your storefront. So you want to think about the first impression. You want to think about the storefront. You want to show people who you are and what you're up to. And then I guess this is it. This is the final post. My post for today. And actually, it's like a perfect thing. I wasn't even really thinking about it too much, but I set this up in Buffer months ago. to automatically post because I like to put out content continuously to keep people, on in the right mindset, right? I mean, these are all different photos that I had, right? This is my hot tub, but all these different photos are to help keep the people that are following me motivated and positive. So again, this kind of ties right into what I'm talking about today. The richest people in the world look for building the networks. Everyone else is looking for jobs. So this guy is a famous guy as well. You should consider following him. He has a number of great books to read, and that's the other thing you should consider. Find some books to read. And that'll be a topic of one of my videos as well. I'll give you a list of like 5 or 6 books that I would suggest you read to kind of help with your mindset. That's the most important thing. You're going to struggle the most by getting out of the employee mindset, getting out of the negative mindset, getting out of the scarcity mindset, realizing that you don't have to chase people. There's a lot of people out there that want what you have and what you're sharing with people and what you're offering people. So you got to find those people. You want to find people you actually want to work with, not people that you got to like drag down the street kicking and screaming. You don't want those people anyway because you're going to be a manager instead of a business partner with those people, and you don't want to manage people, and you can't. You're going to have thousands of people on your team, and there's no way that you could spend the time with each person to manage them if they're a very needy person. They got to get into the mindset of doing stuff for themselves. Yes, they might need direction. They might need some guidance. They might need some websites or resources, kind of like everything I said tonight. 5 people to follow. Go to YouTube, search their content, look at their Twitter posts, follow them on Twitter, so you can continuously get some. This is a pretty funny one. I don't know if you guys remember I forgot the guy's name, but he used to be a famous painter that used to be on TV, and he would always paint a picture. But they made a little conversion of John McAfee with Bitcoin. So he's basically painting the picture of Bitcoin getting to $1 million by 2020. I thought it was pretty funny. And I forgot the guy's name, but he's a famous painter that used to be on TV years ago. He's passed away, but it was kind of a funny picture, so I had to grab it and put it on my wall. So again, here, don't keep calm, go change the world. Here's another perfect post for tonight. So guys, I'm sorry, it's almost an hour video, but I got some over the last couple weeks. I've been getting a lot of requests on how do I build a team? How do I become successful online? So I wanted to kind of change up my video instead of focusing on my portfolio all the time, and maybe throwing some nuggets in like from time to time about certain things. I just wanted to kind of make a video that was more focused on some very high level things that you guys can start doing today to learn the skill set, to get into the mode where you got to set yourself some time every day to build your business or to learn something new. You can't just always be in research and development. You can't just always be reading books. When I tell you to read a book or follow somebody, I'm not telling you to do that during the hours that you should be building your business. Your learning hours should be some other time of day. Maybe it's your commute to work, throw in an audiobook, put on an MP3. Do it in times where you can't do your business, but you should at least try to find 15 minutes to 30 minutes a day to listen to a podcast, to listen to a YouTube video, to read a blog post, to follow people on Twitter. Just continuously get yourself immersed into the positive atmosphere, the pushing you to be uncomfortable. Those are all very important things for you to grow, and that's the only way you're going to grow is if you become uncomfortable. Unfortunately, you're going to fail. For me to sit here and tell you you're not going to fail and you're going to do something wrong, whatever it is, it's not going to be the end of the world. So stop trying to be perfect. Just get out there and start action, right? Income earning activities. You got to start doing things. Try things. See what works for you. See what doesn't work for you. And try it again and do something different. You're not going to do anything that's going to be life-threatening and you're going to, fail forever. Tomorrow's another day. You rehire yourself. You fire yourself today saying, wow, I really messed up today. I'm done. and walk away from it. If it was really bad, walk away for it for the day. Start fresh tomorrow. Don't give up. It's just like when you're on a diet. You're on a diet, you're doing well, you had that one bad day, boom, you ate something bad or you didn't follow something, and then all of a sudden, you know what, I already messed up, let's forget about it. No. What you really should do is, after you mess up, whatever it may have been, that next day, just get right back to your diet. Just get back to it. I mean, life happens. Shit happens, right? I mean, you can't be perfect at everything. Don't ever, I mean, you should strive to be perfect, but just realize that you're not going to be that perfect person that's never going to fail at something. So don't let that stop you from trying. Don't let that stop you from growing. Don't let that stop you from trying something online if that's what you want. If you need a couple extra $100 a month, a couple extra $100 a week, $1,000 a month, if you want to make it a life-changing event where you don't have to work anymore and you just do something for yourself, then go for it. And don't ever believe that you can't do it, because you're going to find out that you're going to be your worst enemy. You're going to be the person that's going to self-talk yourself out of doing something when you don't need to do that. And that's all about mindset. And I keep going back to everything I just said today. There's a lot of information. So save this video or save the link. Come back to it often. Start on something. Pick one of the things I said today and really focus on it and read about it and learn about it and watch the video about it. Find somebody else and watch their video about it. Maybe they say it in a different way that I didn't say, which really will click with you. And like I said, you don't want to just go with one person. You want to have a group of people or a network of influence that you follow, where you take away the best thing from each person that really resonates well with you, and then you create your own identity from that. So don't just blindly become somebody else because you think they're successful, and now you could just become them and then you're going to be successful. It's not going to work, because people are going to read through your fakeness. They're going to see who they're going to know you're really not that type of person. And then I think they call it congruent. People can know. People are smart. People know when you're really being honest, and people know when you're feeding them a line of shit. So just be honest with the people. Really show who you are. And some people are gonna like you. Some people are not. Oh well, right? You can't please everybody. Those that do like you are gonna follow you. Those that like you are gonna listen to you. They're gonna take your guidance. And in the same respect, you should find people that you like and trust so that you can gain knowledge from them. So, like I said, you're going to have people following you that you're going to guide and teach, and then you're going to have people that you're going to follow that you're going to be a student to. So, you always got to go back and forth. You always got to look up, you got to look down. All right, guys, it's basically 1 hour, and I didn't want that, but that's the, I guess that's how it goes. A lot of content and a lot of information, so I don't expect you to watch it all in one sitting, so certainly copy the link or make sure you come back to my channel to kind of watch, 15, 20 minutes at a time or 10 minutes or whatever you can, whatever you can do. But, yeah, sorry, guys. All right, guys, so don't forget, subscribe to my channel. Click on that little subscriber button, the little notification bell. Follow me. You'll get an alert when I put out a new video. Come here if you are just starting or you're already started and you're looking for another opportunity. I have a bunch of them listed here. Certainly reach out to me, connect with me, and ask any questions you may have about any of these. And certainly get started and connect with me so that we can beginning to build a business relationship with each other. Okay? Take care, guys. Until tomorrow, I will probably try and focus on maybe some social media focus, like Twitter and different things you could post to generate some interest. So with that, have a great night. Have a great weekend. It's approaching very quickly. And let's hope that the cryptocurrency markets are going to continue on their upward momentum drive, getting back up to 20K, right? Take care, guys.